Hi everyone, welcome to my stream. Hi, finally we are here after a long time, and I thought let's start something. Uh, so um, so I thought about creating some stuff on my own library, which is Velocity X, and I did some update recently on it. So first of all, please let me know if you can hear me properly and if my video is also coming fine. So let me know, and let me just also use my headphones so that I can hear myself at least. Okay, sounds good. 1 second. Okay, all good. Awesome, awesome. So we will explore Velocity X, what it is, and how it can help you with the Flutter 2.0 as well. Flutter 2.0 just got announced, and this is the first time I didn't make any video on Flutter. The reason is very simple that I didn't. I was going through some issues, and that's why I didn't create something. Okay, let's go to the topic now. Let me try to share my screen. Screen two. Okay. Okay. So I hope you can see this screen and I hope everything is visible here. Um, so this is one of our application where we are not doing much. We just have a home page. So and our home page is blank as of now. So first of all, I will just import material dot dart, as you can see here. Material dot dart, and then we will create a stateless widget called home page, and that's it. And then we will just import this here in home page, in a main dot dart, and that's it. Now how you can use Velocity X should be the first question. So you have to go to your pubspec.yml first, and waiting for a video since Flutter 2.0 launched. Yeah, I know. And here we will have to add a dependency of Velocity X. So how we can add the Velocity X dependency? Velocity X not supporting Firebase latest dependencies. We have updated, like I have updated Velocity X yesterday only, so you can take a look. So we will add Velocity X here. So we can say Velocity X, and the version which we are going to use is a null safety version, which is 2.4.0 dash null safety dot 0. So this is the latest version which I released yesterday only, and it has a lot of good features which you will like, I hope. Thank you, Bogi, and Naveen. Thanks. So now our dependency is installed. Now what we have to do is we go back to main.dart. We go to home page, and this is the container. Let's try to run this application and see what we get with this, right? So I'll just press F5, and here I have the simulator running on the right hand side as well. So yeah, null safety is supported by default on Velocity X for not last day only. It is being supported for more than a month or more than 2 months, I think. Maybe, yeah, I mean a couple of months it's been there. Now let me just also check one more thing. In the meantime, it is running. Let me check how much people are watching, just to make sure I set the right expectations. Uh, okay, so 40 people are watching, and I hope you will enjoy this workshop. I'm sure you will enjoy it a lot. So don't go anywhere. Okay, time to update. Yeah. So now you can see our app is running. It has a blank screen, right? And now what we will do one thing rather than, okay, let's go to main.dart first, and let's remove this banner called debug show checked banner and all. So it should be inside material app, and let's make it false. And now you can see the banner is gone. Now we will go back to home page, and you remember how we use our scaffold. So we will use scaffold like this only. Then we will have an app bar where we can just say app bar, and in the title we will just say a text, We are using text right now, but we will remove it. By the way, are you teaching Flutter 2.0? Yes, it is a part of Flutter 2.0. And this time I will name it, let's say, Velocity X. And one more thing which I want to mention here is that this particular Velocity X package now also supports the state management. So a lot of you asked that we need state management support as well, and it is fun. Trust me. If I'll have time, I'll try to show you as well. So this is the home page, and now we have this Velocity X written over here. Let's also change the color from blue to teal. I like teal much for some reason. So this is the Velocity X which we get. Now, now what we will do in the body part of this app, and let me know if the font is visible. Okay, please write yes. The font is fine. If you think font is fine, otherwise I can increase it even more. The font can be increased. That's not a problem. Okay, now in body, let's say in the center we have a text. Okay, and the text is Flutter 2.0 is live. Okay, this is the text. Now it's little small. Okay, visible and little small. So let's make it 28 now. So that should be more than sufficient, I guess, because it's little small. So now it should be fine. Okay, so let's say the text is Flutter 2.0 is live. And this is how we write. Like we haven't started using Velocity X yet. Okay, so Flutter 2.0 is live. And now what we can do, when we have to add styling to our text, there is lot of repetition which we have to do, right? So we will add style like this. Okay, style, text style. Let's say I have to give some color as well. So I will say colors dot red. Then I have to make it bold. So I'll say, okay, one thing is font weight dot bold, font weight dot bold. And then let's say we have to increase the size as well. So font size uh 30.0. And then sometimes it comes to our mind, oh, can we also use the theme material text theme which comes with Velocity X? So we will just scrap this, and then we will use theme dot of context dot text theme, and then we will say dot headline, let's say one, and then it will be like this, and then we will copy with, and then we will again say our color, let's say colors dot red. So it's a kind of a work, right, which we see. Good morning from Brazil. Good morning, Eric. Can you give me link how I connect PHP? PHP is not what I'm teaching. Okay, now let's go back to Velocity X. So this is what we generated using how many lines of code? Like 3 to 4, 5 lines of code. This is a very small sample. Now let's see how Velocity X works. So we will import Velocity X dot dart, something like this. And now let's just copy this text and remove this from here. Okay, so this text we have removed. Now what we will write, rather we will just paste the string. Okay, and then we can just say dot text dot make is means completion, and you will see we will get again this Flutter 2.0 is live here, right? Now hi Eugene, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong. Hi Eugene or Eugene from Ukraine. Oh wow. So Flutter 2.0 is live. Text is there. Now this is the only thing you have to write to make a text, and it's very simple. Now the real beauty comes now. Let's say I want to give it some color, which is red. So I can say red, and Velocity X has lot of inbuilt colors, which is the extended color palette now, where we can say, let's say red 500, and you will see red color there. Now let's say we need the same headline. So we can say dot headline one, and we will pass the context here. And you can see the same thing which we wrote last time, but now you can see the text, the code. And you can also remove this center from here now. Let's say we remove this center. And now rather than make, we can just say make centered. And then you just get the same result. So, hello from Kenya, Algeria. Hi, Oma. Hi, Alex. Great to see people from a lot of places, and really happy that finally, after a long time, we are doing this, and it's going to be fun. So, as you can see, this is the only thing you have to write. And how now this is not about the lines, but this is about the number of words which you are using. So one is a string, then second is text, then red color, headline one, and make center. You can also remove just like headline one, you can use like headline two. Similarly, you can use headline three, four, and all those things which whichever is there offered by Flutter theme. Then you can also use caption, for example, and you will get caption. You can use something called Excel sizes. Okay, like Excel 2 for Excel is a normal size. Excel 2 is a bigger size. Excel 3 is even bigger. Excel 4 is even bigger. Excel 5 is even bigger. Excel 6 is even bigger. And let's say after that, one more thing which you will see from oh, hello from India as well. Oh, Mohammad Adnan. Hello from Maldives. Hi, Pincharu. Okay, so now you can see Excel 6, up to Excel 6 we can go. And there is one more thing which you will see. We didn't get any overflow issue, right? The text all like by itself expanded to next line. And that is also done by Velocity X. So you don't have to bother about overflow anymore with text. So it just auto sizes itself. So that's also one thing. Then if you want to prefer, like Excel 6 is the maximum, but if you want to make it even bigger, then you can also give some size to it. So let's try giving it some size. Let's say 20. So it will increase the size even more. You can also say 30, and you can also say 40. And you will see, like even I say 50, text is there. Let's say 100. And then also our app is not broken. It is taking the maximum space available, but no overflow. Nothing like that. It is all looking good. Like even you don't have to bother. And I can show you the debug console. There is no error as such here. You can say you can see that there is no error as such. And we are just reloading, nothing else. So this is the beauty of Velocity X. One thing which you can do is you can also say center, which means center align. So it will align the text in center, as you can see. And let's go back to headline one, which looks fine. And this is the center aligned text. What else you can do? You have like you can make it bold. So dot bold, and it will be bold. And this is all you have to do, nothing else. So dot bold. There is one more thing which you can use, I'll just tell you. And then you can just say fade. Then you will see fade effect, although you cannot see it here because we are not in that situation. You can say ellipses. Ellipses is basically like this, three dots. And okay, so yeah, you can see what if I want to ellipse instead of overflow? That is the question. I was already explaining this. Ellipses, you can say. You can also say overline, and you can see we have a line. So all these properties are here with just one thing. And I think there are a lot of things you can still explore. Okay, you can say underline. Okay, and now you can see there is a underline. Okay, one more thing which I want to share. It has some string properties as well, which you want to get with Flutter widgets. Like you can just say dot uppercase, and it will make it the entire thing uppercase. Let's remove overline. So uppercase is a string property which we can directly apply to Velocity X text. Similarly, we have a lowercase, so it will make everything lowercase. So all these things Velocity X offers inside the text itself, and you can pretty much do a lot of stuff. As you can see, we can and one thing which you have to remember, their order is important. Let's say you have already specified red 500, but then you want to change the color of this. So if you say amber 500, let's say here, then you will see that it will take the latest one. So whatever the order is very important, whatever you write at till the end that will become that will override the previous one. So Amber 500 is here, right? Also, one thing is that Velocity X is pretty much compatible with your existing widgets. For example, let's try the same thing for a normal text. So let's say you have already a text where you were saying Flutter, uh, not Flutter, but no Velocity X. Okay, this is a normal text where we are seeing no Velocity X on the top, right? You can still apply all the things to this widget. Let's say you can just say dot text here, and then you can just say dot, let's say this time we will go with, let's say we have a lot of colors. Let's say cyan 500 dot make center, and you can see we got the same text but with Velocity X, so it can apply to anything. And uh, yes, it is declarative under the hood. The reason for imperative is just to make life easier, nothing else. Like, I am not a big fan of imperative styles, but here what we want to do is basically we just want to reduce our work, because even if you extract a lot of widgets to have a common place to carry all the widgets, you can still not customize them much. And it's always like you can forget about those widgets as well after a couple of months that I created this extracted widget. So Velocity X just makes your life easier by all these things. So here also we can just say XL5. And by the way, if you are already wondering that this is amazing, then I'm saying you this is not amazing yet. I will show you uh, how you can just like do more than this what you are seeing it. Can you use this to define themes? Yes, you can use it. One more thing, someone has asked, Oma has asked how to make conditions. So font, uh, okay, I'll come to that. We are using Velocity X 1.4.1, which is also fine. You can use that. uh, no, you don't have to use the latest version. It's totally fine. But if you need latest feature, then obviously latest version you need to use. How to make conditions? Okay, so conditions are there. Let's say, for example, you want to add a condition for color. So rather than saying cyan 500, you will say dot color, and then it will ask you for the color. So you can say if true. Let's say if true, then use vx dot cyan 500. Otherwise, use vx dot red 800, something like this. Red. We have the color in hex as well, so you can see red hex 900. So let's see something like this. So you can add conditions like this. Similarly, for size also you can add condition. You can also specify some things like maximum font size. What can be the maximum font size for this text? So let's say if I say maximum font size can be only 10. So you will see this time it will show error because I have already tried to make it XL5, and that's why it will not work. Let's try to make it 16. Yeah, now it will work. And then if you will try to add any size after it, XL6 also, then what is happening? XL6 is basically increasing your text size because of scale factor. So that's what you have to understand. But if you try to give size, it should not work, I guess. Yeah, you can see size is 20. 30 will also not work. 40 will also not work. Why? Because the maximum font size is 16. Similarly, you can give the minimum font size. There are a lot of properties which Velocity X offers. I don't even remember all of them. When I was writing some of them, it's been some time. So, but you can find documentation and you can check it out. Now let's go to the main part. Okay, so we will say now using Velocity X, and let's say we have a text here, and then we can say make. Right now, let's make it centered, and let me just take some question as well. Are there all the features of text widget in Velocity X or something extra? There are all the features and maybe something extra as well. But if you feel that something is missing, then please let me know. You can create an issue or you can open a PR as well, and I'll be happy to add it. I have tried to add all the common things which I have used in my projects at least, and which I see or I feel that it is essential for all the projects. Um, so your internet is not working properly. I think it's working fine for me, but maybe it's not working for some people. Maybe. Okay. Let me know if internet problem is there. I can take a look. Now using Velocity X, and this time I will give it color. For example, we can give a fuchsia color, fuchsia 600, for example, and let's make it Excel's headline only, headline 1. Let also make it center. Headline 1 is too much. Headline 6 is fine. 5. Let's try 5. Okay, now we have this thing. Let's also try to make it bold. We will change the color later. Okay, now uh, lots of buffering. I think Sudhir, it is happening with you only. I didn't see any more complaint. Which one is better to use, text widget or Velocity? It's totally your choice. If text widget works fine with you, you can use it. But if you feel that you have more productivity using Velocity X text widget, then also video quality is where there's no option of change video quality. The people who are watching and on LinkedIn, please try to go to my YouTube, because there you will be able to control it better. Let me just share the YouTube link as well, so that you can see there. Um, I'm trying to share the link. Can you make a detailed video on a detailed roadmap to learn Flutter from scratch? Sure, sure, I'll do that. Okay, now what we will do, guys, we will convert it to a card, okay, using a container, and then we will do some great stuff there, okay, which is very new. So please keep watching this one. So now what we have to do, we can do one thing. Let me just, okay, okay, 1 second. So this is the YouTube URL. Okay, you can copy from here, and please just join that. Also, I will be coming to Flutter India event tomorrow, so be there. And it is like Flutter Engage extended event, which will be executed by the Flutter India team, where there are a lot of communities involved. So be there. Okay, now let's go back to the main thing. So you can see we have this text, and now we will convert it to a card. Not a card, but we can do more good stuff with that. So what we can say after this text, so this make is a make or make centered is a thing which will probably, you can say that it is used to say that, okay, this is the end of this widget. Okay, so now after that, what you can say, dot box dot make. Okay, what it will do, it will wrap it inside a box. Okay, but you might be wondering, where is the box? You cannot see it, right? So if you will give the color to this box, you can see it. So let's say if I say red 500, then now you can see the box, right? It is everywhere. The box is there. Now the thing is, and if you remove the centered widget, then you will see the box just in the center, like this, right? And then we can just say the box to be centered. So it will come like this. This is much better, right? And now our fuchsia text is looking very bad. So let's try to make it, okay, let's do one thing. Let's change the scaffold background. So scaffold background color, we will say, let's say gray 100 or gray 200, let's say. Okay, this is looking much better. And now the box color we can give white. So let's say white, and now it is looking better. And the fuchsia will make it black. Okay, this is looking good. Now let's see what we will do. Now box is white. Let's give some padding to box. Now how usually you give padding? You just wrap it with padding. Then you have to do a lot of stuff, like you have to specify agent sets dot all, or a particular padding if you want to give. So let's say we have to give 16 padding. So what you can say, dot p16, and you can see the padding. Okay, now there is a beauty. Okay, what I want to give rounded corner to this box. Let's increase the size of this box also. So box size, I will say dot size. Let's say width, I can say 300 and height, let's say 100. And this is looking good. But what if I just center the text, like align center if I can do, then, oh, this is looking much better, right? Let's increase the size width by 400. In fact, 400, no, 300 was fine. Height should be 200. Okay, this is the box now, guys. Um, okay, now what we can do, uh, yeah, I was not doing well, so I'm good now. So that's why I'm back to business. Okay, now we want to give some rounded thing here. So if you remember, in container, we have to give decoration. Then we say rounded, border radius and all that. What you can do with Velocity X, you can just say here, dot rounded. That's all you have to do. And you can see we have a rounded corner, this card, which looks much better, right? This can be great if we can give some shadow to it, right? So we can just say dot shadow, and we have a shadow here, you can see. But this shadow is more like elevation, and elevation looks great. But what if we can just give us outer shadow, which can make our life even easier, right? So outer shadow can be a really good thing. So we have an option called outer shadow. So if you will apply outer shadow, this will look much better. And let's try to give outer shadow XL, and this is now popping up very well, better than elevation, right? So this is the beautiful stuff which you can do. um Thank you, sir, to respond me. Thanks. Will you give full demonstration of VelocityX? I'll try to explain as much as I can in some short time. Then we will have more workshops for VelocityX. Today is the basic one, which so that all of us can understand the basics of it. Okay, so now you can see how good it is looking, right? Like this is definitely good, right? Now using Velocity X, this box, then the shadow, and how much lines of code we have written. We have just added couple of words. That's it, nothing else. Now let's say, rather than giving it a white color, we want to give some gradient, right? White is good, but gradient can be even better, right? So what we can do, we can say dot, there is some property called gradient from to, and gradient via. Okay. So if you will see gradient, then gradient from to and via. These are the new things which has been added. So let's say we use gradient from to. So what we can say, for from, we can say a color, let's say VX orange 400, and we can go to VX, uh, let's say rose 500. Okay, and orange, let's replace orange with amber 400, in fact. And now if you will just, and you can see the result, and that's the beauty we have created. It's much cleaner, it's much easy to do. And similarly, you can, if you want, you can apply directly the linear gradient by saying dot linear gradient, and you can give all the properties. And if you want to specify your own gradient, or uh, if you want to like create some sort of your own gradient or logic, then you can say dot with gradient, and with decoration is also there. A lot of other options are also there. So one question came, why you haven't used colors dot amber 400? Because there is a difference. Like the material colors have a different specification, and Velocity X colors have a different specification. If you will see, like rather than this, let's try to add colors dot amber 400. uh, you will see amber dot shade 400, right? You will see a difference, and you can see there is a color difference here. That's why I am not using this, but I like the colors of Velocity X more. That's why I have created it, because it is inspired from Tailwind CSS, and Tailwind CSS color system is much better, and it has a lot of options. For example, in gray also you have a lot of options. You have, for example, you have true gray, you have warm gray, you have cool gray, and you have normal gray. So a lot of options. Let's say we use warm gray 500. And now you will see all the colors which you will use with Velocity X will give you a different feel itself. And it's a good thing. So this was gradient from to. For let's say you just have a from. Okay. Gradient from. So you just want to say Vx dot red 700. Then you will see it will automatically create a from color. And let's say we change it from gradient from to gradient to. And now we can just say Vx dot blue 800. Then you will see that it will automatically create this color for you. So all these things can be done with this small piece of code. Now what if you want to, okay, now we are actually running it on this device, which is an iOS device, right? What if we want to run it on web, and what if we want to do some more wonderful stuff? So let's close this and let's select. Okay, we have a Chrome option here. So let's try with Chrome. Um, we why you are not concentrating on Let's Flutter with Dart? Let's Flutter with Dart is always there, and there are a lot of people contributing. I try to be active as much as I can, so it's not a thing like I am not concentrating. I am concentrating on all those things, but obviously my time has some limitations. Okay, now moving ahead. So what we can do? We didn't get any option for Mac OS, right? For this project. So we have, but we have Chrome. So let's run it on Chrome as well, right? So what we can do, we can go to terminal. Let's clear some stuff. And let's say Flutter run the Chrome. And let's run it on Chrome as well. And let's see what happens and how we can improve, like how we can use the power of Flutter 2 along with Velocity X. And by the way, there are more properties which you can explore if you will just say dot. There are like colors are there. So many things. You will find a lot of these things in documentation. These are all the colors. There are a lot of colors. And we will go to VX device and VX responsive, and one more widget which I'll be adding very soon that can help you with the a lot of stuff like when you are dealing with different okay, I didn't show you the neumorphic thing, right? You can make your design neumorphic as well, by the way. And one more thing, guys, like outer shadow, we have another option called inner shadow. So you have to, what you have to do is you have to just say that dot vx dot inner shadow, and then you have to apply all the necessary things like what should be the blur and all. It will give inner shadow to your widget. As of now, it won't give. Yeah, you can see we have some inner shadow, but we haven't specified any color and all those things, so that's why it didn't came. So now we can see we have our app running on web. It should be there in a second. uh okay, it's saying that web tooling is unable to correctly establish a connection for some reason, and so our app didn't run. Let's try with the VS Code itself. Let's do F5 from here. And sometimes while doing this streaming, it will not work. So don't worry about that. Okay, I hope you are enjoying so far. So let's continue. So inner shadow is something which you can use. Inner shadow is not available in Flutter directly. So that's also you can do with Velocity X. It's a separate widget. You can also wrap your widget using VX inner shadow. So either you can use extension methods, or you can use these widgets which Velocity X offers. How to maintain hierarchy? Hierarchy you can maintain, like basic idea is extract your widgets as much as you can, or you can also change the line length. You can, like by default your line length is 80. You can make it 120, and that will make your hierarchy even better. Uh, yes, Velocity X now support null safety. Okay, let's see if it is running. Waiting for connection from debug services on Chrome. So I think because of live streaming, the Chrome thing is somehow not working. What we will do, we will go to our codepool.dev and codepool.dev, and what we can do here, I'll show you what we are going to do. We are going to do some more stuff. Oh, my internet connection seems like it is getting a little bit slow for some reason. So we will run Flutter. We'll search for Flutter and Flutter quick dev settings. And from here, what we can find is we can find the Mac OS enable option. Okay, I'm not signed up, unfortunately. Did our app run or what happened? Okay, let's see. I don't think our app is still not running, I guess. Okay, we got some issues. Let's close all these things so that we don't have any rendering issues. Okay, so I haven't subscribed. So what I have to do? Let's say Flutter enable Mac OS desktop. I think that is what you have to enter to enable Mac OS so that we can run it there. And once, oh, Flutter enable is not a command. Can someone remember what was the command? I just forgot the command. You build again, it will work. I don't know why it is not working for some reason. My firewall is creating some problem according to this. Let's try one more time, guys. One more time. Hope for the best. And Flutter config, I remember, but what we used, Flutter config Mac OS desktop, right? Something like that. The command I forgot. Even I have written it at multiple places. Flutter config enable Mac OS desktop. Maybe this is the command. Let's try. If this works, then it works. Yes, it worked, but it is saying me to restart it. And then also what we have to do, we have to write Flutter create dot, right? So we will just say Flutter create dot once so that it can enable Mac OS. Okay, let's close this once. Sometimes it takes some time. Flutter, yeah, enable. That's what I wrote. Oh, I missed it. I missed some things here. Okay, let me just try it again because the Mac OS folder is still not there. Okay, enable dash dash enable. Okay, correct. You are right, my friend. I am wrong here. You need to restart. So let's restart it once. Let's do it. Let's come back. And let's open. And it's been fun, by the way. I hope you are enjoying VelocityX demonstration. Are you guys enjoying it, or you guys are just you feel it's boring? Please let me know in the comments. I'm just waiting for your comments. I have to show a lot of things for very responsive UI as well, and for a lot of things, but time is not in favor of us, I think. Let's say cd example Flutter create dot. It should create the macOS folder for us. Until it will create the macOS folder, we won't be able to. Okay, now we got macOS. Yes, finally. So now we will run on macOS, and that will help us a lot. Why don't you use Android Studio? I use Android Studio as well, Kelvin. It's just like sometimes I used Android Studio, sometimes I use VS Code, sometimes I use IntelliJ. It's totally like, but I mostly like VS Code because I my most of the projects I work are on like very much compatible with VS Code, even if it is a web project, even if it is some other stuff. So now we are launching on Mac OS, and now everything will be faster. Yes, Boomer Gamer. Yeah, bro, we have done it. So this command worked. Don't worry. Uh, Thanks. Vibhanshu is saying it's great. Really enjoying this. There is a lot more things, guys. This is not even 5% of Velocity X, which I have shown you. It's a library used with Flutter. Yeah, it's a library used with Flutter. If someone is asking that question. Okay, now we are finally launching in Mac OS. Finally. And I'm sure you will love it once we will go to the main things. And that can help you in building great UIs, uh, because now there are a lot of things which needs uh, which needs your kind of rewriting when it will come to web or even desktop. So yeah, we'll see that why it is taking a lot of time this time, because it's a new project, so sometimes it takes time. My previous projects just works like a charm. It's just when you click it just starts, but it's time it's creating maybe a lot of dependencies or downloading something, like it was downloading Darwin related stuff. uh One thing is that it's very tough to wear these headphones for a long time. It's just painful. Till the time you can ask your questions. If you have any questions, please show responsive. I'll show you responsive. Don't worry. Just wait for it to build. Otherwise, I cannot show you. M1 chip. Yes, I'm using M1 chip. Um, okay. So in the meantime, you can ask your questions. So that we can utilize this time. It's a live video, so expect some delays, and we will still try to do lot of stuff after running this application. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's try one more time, terminating it and starting again. Sometimes these things happen like this. Um, okay, okay, good vibes. Yeah, great. Live will be available after this video on the channel itself. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Please like the video if you enjoy my content, if you learn something out of it. If you don't learn anything, if you don't enjoy, then obviously you can ignore it. But if you do, then please like and please share with your friends. And yeah, that really helps. And I am back on the channel. I haven't been pushing a lot of videos recently because of a lot of issues I was going through. I'll definitely share all of these things very soon. Okay, so our Mac OS app finally ran, but it got some other issues. Okay, build DB something. Maybe we have to run Flutter clean, and then it should fix the problem. So Flutter clean one more time, guys. Okay, someone said Parth Mistri. Okay, let's take his question. His question is, what is make versus make centered? Make is basically you just say completion of your widget, and make centered means you complete your widget and wrap it with center. So make centered just wraps your widget with a center widget. That's it. So if you'll go inside make centered, let me just take you through make centered. Then you will see make centered is nothing but center and your widget. That's it. That's what it is doing. It's just a hack. And not a hack, I would say. It was pre-planned, and sometimes you have to center things a lot, so that can be really useful. So make is that much usable and with center. So make centered, that then comes into the picture. Uh, are you seeing comments? Yes, I am seeing comments. I know you are from web era. Can you please tell us Flutter Web out of 10 marks? Flutter Web has a certain use case, I would say. I won't say that everyone can use Flutter Web for all kind of scenarios. But um, yeah, I can show some. Yeah, so I was talking about Flutter. What I was talking about, web, right? Flutter Web. So Flutter Web is basically a good platform, but it's not for all the scenarios. Maybe if you are willing to make an application like an admin panel where you have some sort of app related stuff, then maybe you can use Flutter Web. And if you are wondering to make something like a website where a lot of animations are there, you can try Flutter Web, but maybe if you want SEO and all those things, so right now Flutter Web might not be a right choice. If you want something for documentation, then again Flutter Web might not be a right choice. But if you are making a single page app where like you have a mobile app already and you don't want to lose your users because they don't have Android phone or iOS phone, then or maybe they don't want to install the app, then maybe you can publish a web version as well. That's the advantage you get with Flutter Web. um by the way, if you want to learn Dart basics or Flutter basics, then you can go to codepool.dev, and there you will find Dart playbook and Flutter track for beginners. That's absolutely free. So please, you can check it out, and I think that will help you a lot in learning. Okay, guys, I think we have given sufficient time for it to run, and it's not running for some reason. So what I'll do, I'll go back to mobile version, and we will try to SQLite can work with web SQL. SQLite, how you want to make it work is a different question. Finally, it ran, guys. Okay, after a long time when we were about to give up, it finally worked. This is the life of a programmer. When you are about to give up, things work. And that's when I say, don't ever give up. Okay, now we can see now you are using Velocity X. And the good part is that even if you go to any space, you can see we are not seeing any overflow issue, guys. Okay, now what we can do some more stuff with this. This is looking really good. We don't need simulator anymore. So simulator, just go away. Okay, now what we can do, guys, let's do one thing. Let's give it some space like a mobile. Okay, now what we can do, rather than saying we said that size is 300 into 200, right? Rather than what we can say, we have introduced a new widget, a new option here, size PCT. PCT is percentage. Okay, so what you can say, you can pass the context. You can say width percentage, how much width your UI should take on any screen, right? So let's say our UI is taking 50%. So I'll say 50. How much height percent you want to take it? So I would say just 10% of height. Now, if you will do this and you will do a hot reload, you will see this is what we get. Okay. Height is 10. Let's make it to 20. And then this is what we made, but this time this is a percentage thing, right? So now what will happen? Now if I'll expand my widget, then you will see some beauty. So it's taking always 50% of the width. And even if you go like this, then also you'll see it will always take 50% of the width. Similarly, it will always take 20% of the height. And yeah, up to end. And even if you go big, then also it takes that. So this is fully responsive as such. You don't have to face any issue. And now I will show you some more things which you can do to make your web like what I should say. Um, to make it more responsive, let's make it simple. So what you can do is let's wrap it with a column. Okay, so we can use something called VStack. VStack and column is one or the same thing. You just can specify this like this, and you get the same result, but on the top. So we can make it center. We have to center the VStack. So you can just say, okay, dot centered also you can use if you want to center something, by the way. So this is what we have. Now what we will do, we will have another widget here, which will on mobile screen, it will show that I am mobile. And when it comes to web, it will show I am web. Okay. Or I'm not mobile. Okay. So you can use something called VX device. So what is VX device? It gives you two choices. What happens most of the time, we we have two ways of dealing with responsive designs. Either we can make it different for different screen sizes, or we can take a decision for small screen and bigger screens. So if you want to take the second approach, where you have a small screen, let's say a mobile screen, and one big screen, let's say a tablet, web, or desktop, then you can use VX device. But if you have more use cases, let's say if you have medium, small, large, extra large, all this sort of configuration you need, then you can use something called VX responsive. Now, how that works, let me tell you. So VX device for mobile, we can say I am mobile dot text dot make. For example, this is what we get, right? And for web, I will say I am not mobile dot text dot make. Okay, don't judge anything else. This is just for fun. Oh, it's looking very bad, by the way. Let's wrap it with a box and let's make it a little bit more crazy. Box dot let's say we say indigo 200 dot make. What we get? Okay. And similarly, so indigo, and for web, we will use dot red 200. And you can see right now what it will say. It is saying I am not mobile. If you can see here, let's make it a little bit bigger as well. Dot XL5 dot XL5, and also let's give some padding of 16 P16, and on the top as well we want to give some padding. So let's say P16. Okay, now we will see. Yeah, I am not mobile. You can see that, right? Also, we can add padding to this VX device itself. So VX device, here we have, and let's add some padding from top and bottom, P16. And yeah, and also make it centered, in fact, make centered. Uh, okay, looks good. And now, guys, you can see it didn't work. Yeah, it worked, but it will not center because we are not giving column the center. So let's move back to make. That should be fine. Okay, now you can see I am not mobile because we are using a larger screen than mobile. It is not a mobile screen. But if you'll go to mobile screen, let's say, and you can see it is saying I am mobile now. It is a mobile kind of screen. And if you go big, it will say I am not mobile all the time. So you have two options over here. Either you can choose mobile or not mobile or whatever, right? I have a question, Abhishek Tyagi. Please ask, do we have any certification? No, we don't have any certification for Flutter yet. Uh, will this be available as a video on YouTube after stream? Yes, Polyus, it will be there. What is best state management solution for Flutter? No, there is no best state management solution. You will use whatever works for you. So that's it will be the answer. But if you are using VelocityX, you can use the inbuilt like solution as well for state management. If you want, I can show you that as well. APK size is 6 MB on install Flutter app size goes to 25 MB. That is like the data size is different, and whatever app you will use, the data keeps increasing the things which you do inside your app. So that is pretty much normal. Okay, so this was VX device. Now let's see VX responsive as well. Okay, so what we will do, we will change this from VX device to VX responsive. The only difference will be now there is no mobile, so we can make it, let's say, small, and similarly we will get large, right? And we will get similarly properties, like there are a lot of properties like it. So either you have to specify all the properties, or you can say fallback. Fallback means if you don't specify something, it will go to fallback. So for fallback, we can just copy this, and we can just say I am fallback. And what you can do, rather than red, You can also say dot color vx dot random color. So random color also you get with vx. So now you will see that it is right now saying I am fallback. All right. If I'll change to small, okay, it's changing its color, by the way. It's random because I am fallback, I am fallback, I am fallback, I am mobile. Okay, so this means it is large. Let's go to small. Oh, this is not small. Where is my small? We have to find out the exact size, otherwise it will not work. I am mobile. So this is mobile, this is small because so because we are not covering extra small as of now, that's why it is not showing. So now let's do that. Okay, rather than saying I am not mobile, we will say I am large. And for small, we will say I am small. And we can have more options, like for example, let's copy it. And we can have something called extra small. So extra small also we can use. Basically, our mobile screens are somewhere between extra small and small. So we can say extra small. Similarly, we can add something called medium. So medium is also there. Medium is mostly tablets. So I am medium, we can say. And then we can also say something like large, extra large. Large we have already. So we can say extra large. Now we will see. Now it will not say I am, see, I am extra small. It is saying I'm not fallback. It is not saying that. And now if we go, I am small. Okay, this time it is saying I am small. Now it is saying I am medium. Then it is saying I am large. And now it is saying I am extra large. So all these things, if you want this kind of experience, then you can use this as well. Now there might be one more case. Let's say you have already one widget here now using VelocityX, right? And this one does not, this one is not using VX device or anything, right? But what you want, uh, this black color which we are using, right? You want to say for mobile, I want to use white color, but for web, or for mobile, I want to use black color, but for web, I want to use white color. How you will do that? So you can say dot color, right? You can use something called context, and using context, you get a lot of other things. Like context gives you accent color, canvas color, card color directly in VelocityX. And here you can say is mobile. There is a property, there is a boolean flag which say is mobile. Is it mobile? Then you can say colors dot black, for example. And if it is not mobile, then we will say colors dot white, something like this. Now if you will just refresh it, then you will see now using velocity x is black, but now if I increase the size, you can see now it became white as soon as I increased it. Now if I'll go back, it is black again. So this is also one of the things which you can do. There are more other stuff. Now let's say we said I am extra small. What we can say after dot make, you can also say dot marquee. Dot marquee is might not be directly available here. What we can do, in fact, we can wrap it with a VX marquee, and that will also make your life easier, for example, and that will give some animation to it basically. But let's move it right now. We don't need it. Okay, what else we can do, right? uh Please complete one page designed with VX. We will do it. We will do it. I have already created some videos on VelocityX designs. You can check that as well. What is the package name that you use? Package name is VelocityX only. uh how to work on background, this is not a video about that. Please don't ask questions which is not relevant to this stream. We will make it, you can ask it on other stream where I'll do and ask me anything kind of thing. Which emulator are you using? I am not using any emulator. I am just using this particular thing, which is our desktop environment. It is a desktop app. Someone asked, how about MD window? You can use it. So there is context.isMobile. There is an MD window as well. So context dot, if you'll say MD window size, then you can give mobile window size. So if you will check it, if mobile window size dot mobile window size directly you want to specify, obviously. Let's try to do something. We can print it right now just to check if it is working, right? So here in the build, you can just say print v context dot md. So md is basically material design, and based on material design there are some things like columns, how many columns are there in your screen, how many gutter, what is the gutter size, device type, what is the device type, what is the device size, and window size. In fact, using context you can check the orientation as well. So md window size, if you want to know, then you can use context and it will give you the size here. So you can see here, if you can see, MD window size is mobile window size dot extra small, and that's what it is printing here as well. I am extra small. Velocity X for production level application. There are not just me, there are other people also who are using Velocity X for production, by the way. I am extra small. That doesn't sound right. Yes, this is bad English. I am extra small is definitely not sounds good. It's just for demonstration. It should be just extra small. I am is just, we were using something else, so we just replace few words. So extra small should be fine, right? So let's make it. Okay, if you just want it to happen, then I am happy to do the change. That's the least I can do right now. Okay, medium. Okay, anything else which you want me to explain in last 5 minutes? I can explain, and then in the next workshop we will see all other beautiful things which you can do. This desktop type app is used in beta or stable. I am using right now Flutter stable, as you can see here, Flutter 2.0.1. So you have to enable sometimes. So if it is not enabled in your app, then you have to enable it. Seems like Swift UI, exactly, because Flutter Velocity X is inspired from Swift UI and Tailwind CSS. So some things will be taken from Swift UI, some things are taken from Tailwind, some things are Flutter only. So it's a combination of all those, and then having some more utilities. Uh, by the way, you can create a lot of great stuff. This is just a sample. Okay, by the way, we had an app bar, right? What about using a VX app bar? So let's just say VX app bar. And now there is nothing different, right? It is the same thing. But you know what? Now what you can do, you can have something called search option here. So if you'll say search bar, and if you'll say true, then if you refresh it, then you will see there is a search bar now on the top. Can you see it? No? Let me just show you. So this is the search bar. If you'll click here, let's click. Okay, it is opening this search here, and you can enter something over here, and that also can be very useful for your application, right? So this is also offered by Velocity X. There are n number of things which you can do with Velocity X. If you will just say see this, there is a documentation which I have been doing. It's still not 100% complete, but it is 70% complete, 80% complete, where you will find all the things like, for example, if you go to docs, let me just go to a bigger version of it. Then you can see we have customization colors. These are not all the colors. We will add all the other colors which were added recently yesterday. So these are previous colors, but we have added even more colors now. Layout, you can see what you can use for padding. All these things are there. Flags, box as well, card as well, list as well, scroll as well. Okay, by the way, for scrolling, you can just say at the end of your column or V stack, you can just say dot scroll, vertical or horizontal, whatever you want to say. So I can say scroll vertical, and that should be fine. Now you can use typography shapes. Okay, I haven't shown you the shapes yet. Okay, I'll show you shapes quickly, and then we will finish it. Responsive layout also. Super VX is also another series where you will find VX Swiper, VX Animator, VX Platform, VX Toast, VX Stepper, VX Rating, all the things which Flutter does not offer directly. And then you have extensions as well. Lot of extension: build context, string extension, bool extension, integer extension, list extension, which are not there in documentation. And last but not the least is state management also, which VelocityX now offers. So it is a combination of so many things. Okay, Vibhanshu is asking one question. Device preview with more about animation. We will do more stuff with VelocityX about animations as well. Uh, yes, Naik Rahul, if you are a beginner, if you want to learn Flutter, you can go to Codepur YouTube channel. 30 days of Flutter is almost completed, so you can check it out. I want to get the height of a parent inside a child. How can I get it using media query or any other ways? Vibhanshu, there is a video of mine on MTech Viral YouTube channel where you are watching this video. Just write how to get a size of a widget, something like that in your search bar. My video will definitely come and you can watch that and you can get the height from there. So all the things whichever will come to your mind, I might have already made a video on it. Okay, guys. So one thing which I definitely want to show you after this is VX shapes. And there are a lot of shapes you can draw with VX. So for example, after responsive, we will see how about creating a circle. So how simple it can be. You can just say VX circle and you will find a circle somewhere. And can you see the circle, right? Isn't it awesome? Similarly, okay, so what if I want to change the color of the circle, right? So you have background color as well. So let's say VX dot amber 700, for example. And you know what? There is one more thing which you can do, which I'll just show you. Let me just hot reload. Okay, this is what we got. It's not a good circle. Let's use some other color. Emerald. Emerald is the new color which has been added in VelocityX. So let's use that color. And this color looks nice. Let's give some padding. This time we will give padding of 8, for example, just to try things out. And let's say if you want to half this circle, okay, this is a full circle. What if you want just half of it? Then what you can do is you can just say dot clip half. It should be clip half, right? Clip half. And then you will see something like this. Isn't it good? Okay. Now, this is VX circle. Similarly, you have a lot of other options. You can use VX arc, VX badge, VX bevel. So let's see VX capsule. There is something called VX capsule as well, which gives you capsule like space, capsule like size and all, right? Which is again really good. You have something called VX triangle as well, which gives you a triangle sort of shape, which can be very useful. There is something called VX ticket as well, ticket shape, which can give you, and that will also look good. You could draw an Android logo that way. I already have a video of drawing Android logo with this thing, so you can check it out on my channel itself. And now you can see we have a ticket shape here after the triangle, right? And all these things you can use, like there are a lot of things. Similarly, let's say on the top we wanted to have let's say an arc. So VX arc we can use definitely. Height, let's say we give to 200. And child, do we need a child? Let's say off stage. Let's add a container. So you can use VX box like this as well. VX box dot color, let's say teal 500 and dot make. Okay. So this is another way of using VX arc. And then you will see we will probably get an arc, or we are having some issue here. Why? Because we haven't given any height of the box, I guess. So we can also say width, height, size basically, or you can also say square. Okay, if you want same size for width or height. So let's say if we say 200, will we get an arc? Yes. So you can see we got an arc of 200. Let's do a size, in fact, rather than a square. So I'll say size. Context dot screen width. I want the entire width of the screen, and height I can make it 200, for example. Now what you will see something like this. And if we change the arc height, then you can get even better results like this, like this. And if you want half of it, let's say arc type, you can specify. So vx arc type, and you can say convex or convey, so that it will be either this or this. So it is by default convex. Let's try convey. And you can see this, right? So it's pretty much great if you want to try it, vx arc. Similarly, there are other things as well you can do. You can also say vx edge. Okay, so vx edge, and if you just want from right, so you can say vx edge dot right, and it will give the arc like this. Or if you want, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things which you can do with this. So I hope you enjoyed this, right? And that's it, I guess, from this workshop. It's been already more than an hour or so. So if you enjoyed, then please let me know in the comments. And I will do more workshops of Velocity X where we will create some good designs as well. So please like the video if you enjoyed, and uh, press the subscribe button if you are not the subscriber already. And if you want more stuff on something, then please let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see in the next video. If you really want Flutter 2.0 video still, then also let me know. I can create another video on Flutter 2.0. What were the new things which were added? What are the some things which you might have not seen in maybe in the official announcement. There are some things which miss during the announcement. So I can Parth is saying thanks for this beautiful, wonderful workshop. Thank you, Parth. Gaurav, it's really true love. Oh, okay, awesome. Waiting for next videos. Yes, we will do it soon. Jaspinder has donated 100 rupees. Thank you, Jaspinder. Whatever you donate to this channel, by the way, goes to, basically it goes to the development of the channel or the utilities which we use for the channel. So thanks for that. Also, you can check codepool.dev, which is another my website where you can also take some subscription if you want to support me, where you have a lot of content available to consume. Most of them are free or membership content, and some of them are paid as well, where you have state management course, you have animation course, and a lot of other stuff. So check Velocity X. Oh, sorry, what happens sometimes is basically you just say those things which are in your mind, right? So it's codepool.dev, the link you can see here. Codepool.dev, you can check it out, and take the subscription. I hope you will enjoy it. It's right now running on discounts. Although if you don't need it, don't buy it. That's not a compulsion. But there are a lot of other stuff you can. It can definitely help you in learning so much great stuff. So I hope that you will definitely try it out at least. And yeah, that's it, guys. And I this is now it's time for my walk. And yeah, I'm just about to take some break. So thanks for watching again. Check out codepool.dev. Like the video if you haven't liked it yet. We will do more workshops. We will do a lot more other stuff. And these workshops will also go on codepool.dev. Some podcast will also go on codepool.dev. Um, as of now, I don't give any one-to-one sessions, Jasminder, but we will see in future. If I am basically planning few things here and there, I'll let you know in the channel itself if something will come in future. So thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye bye. Take care.